Good evening. Welcome to Sunday at 7. I'm so glad you're here. This is our relaxed Sunday space. It's a chance to wind down the weekend, share stories, and enjoy good company. Each week, we'll share stories, reflections, and plenty of friendly conversation, all in a relaxed Sunday atmosphere. Pop a hello in the chat, grab yourself a brew and settle in. I will love hearing your thoughts as we go along. Let's get started with this week's Sunday at 7.
Hi, good evening, welcome. Hi Dom, Noxie, Kelslow. I nearly said good hello to me myself then. Yeah, just finished watching the football. Scotland against Belarus. I was expecting a record score, and in the end it was like a damp squib. 2-1 they won. So, one too bad, I suppose. I presume everybody can hear me, because nobody's saying they can't. So anyway, if anybody wants to join in, anybody wants to come in on the chat, you can do. The link is pinned at the top of the tot. Sounds like I'm pissed and I'm not. Top of the thing there, chat. Levi, good evening, son. Yeah, so I've just had 2 hours watching football, and before that I watched women's football. So I've had an afternoon of football. Been cracking, except for the Scotland match, which was a bit. Oh, that's not quite. I haven't got that quite right, have I? I've just noticed. So, what have I just noticed? Clary, good evening. Yeah. You'll have to excuse me because I was just on the other screen there, just trying to sort something out, and I couldn't remember how to do it. So we'll just have to forgive that. Anyway, as I say, if anybody wants to come in on the chat, they're quite welcome to. The the links at top of the chat. So hope everybody's well. As you can see, I've got a Trump look this week. The orange. I thought I'd stick a bit of orange on, and I don't know what it is. I think it's just the light. I haven't got the light quite right. So there you go. Larry, I don't need a fire really because it's red hot in here. Yeah, it's. I thought I'd move myself a little bit over this week so you can see the fire, but you can get a better look at my mum in the background there. That big picture is my mum back when she was 18 or 19. She might have been a little bit older, but I think she's 18 or 19 in that picture. So, anybody got anything to say or to do, or do you want me to start on something? Give me a clue. Ah, yes. Good evening. You have missed a great deal, except me just blathering away about nothing again, trying to get into the gear. I still haven't got that bloody thing right. Why haven't I got that right? still, I'll make it right for next week. Yeah. So well, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I put up. I was going to say a comment. You don't call them comment. I'm lost for words. I put up a post about 28,000 views, so I'm quite impressed considering I only get like 8 or 9 people in the chat. So 28,000 views from that is not bad, is it really? Over 20 months or so, 18 months, I'm not quite sure what it is, 19 months. But yeah, so the big thing happening in Hull this week is it's Hull Fair time. Now, normally it's Hull Fair, it pisses down with rain. And not that I'll be going. I won't be going to the fair. I don't think. Not unless somebody comes and picks me up and takes me. You know, pushing me around in a wheelchair. That would be nice. So I don't know if I've said good evening, Noxie, but there you go. I've just noticed right at the bottom of the queue there. Good evening, Noxie. So I've got a bit of a frog in my throat now. Just bear with me. Yeah, Levi, I'm not sure whether my bus pass will get me there or not, because it's not in walking distance. No, it's not far, but my pegs aren't that good, and it'll be bloody noisy. Yeah, Kels, it would. One thing I can honestly say, I like going on the rides. And I won't be able to afford going on the rides, but I do like going on them. You know, when we used to go to the parks over in Florida, I went on all the big rides, and in Paris went on all the big rides, and again in Blackpool they've got some big rides in there. Long time since I've had a big ride, but that's another story. We won't go then. So it's a foggy night. It's not here. It's clear. So it must be just up in North Yorkshire way, you know, above East Yorkshire. We normally get the good type of rain and weather and all that kind of gear. But Tom, I thought you were from. I didn't think you were from up that way. I thought you were from down this way. Uh, Levi, a bit of a random answer. No, is the answer. I don't like fishing. Depends again. What your class as fishing? Oh, my mind's going. My mind's going somewhere else. You want to forgive me for that one. It's on a different plane. So I'll have to take them off because it's doing me head in. No, I can't figure out how to do it. I'll figure it in a bit. Done. Yeah, well, there you go. You've got so much to shout out about there, haven't you? Scarborough. It's I don't know if I've said before, but my sister lives in Scarborough, right near the the bridge thing where they used to jump off and stuff back in the day. I don't think they do now, but they used to do. So I think they've put big wires up now that you can't climb over the bridge and jump off down to the bottom. but she lives just at the back of that bridge. So she's down on the front. Her and her husband go for walks every day, and she sends me a photograph every day where they've been, and it all seems good weather. So I don't know if she's lying and sending me pictures from somewhere else that's got some decent weather. But there you go, we've gone on to weather now, haven't we? Which is another mute point. But yeah, Levi, why would you ask whether I like fishing? I used to, when I was 10 or 11 years old, and I don't know if anybody knows Bridlington, but Bridlington Harbour has a little jetty that comes out into the harbour. And when I was young, used to go fishing at the end of that jetty. You'd call it fishing. You never got fish in the bloody harbour. But it was one of them. I didn't have a rod or anything. It was one of them where you had. How can I explain it? It was like a hashtag made of wood and string round it with a hook. So there you go. That's my extent of fishing. So you might be going very soon. You'll be bored out your bloody tiny mind, I can tell you now. It's boring. Oh yeah, that's it. Valley Bridge. That's the one. Yeah, so she lives just close to there. Well, if you look out the back window and squint your eyes and bend your head, you can see the bridge. But yeah, they quite like it in Scarborough. I don't know why. It's all bloody hills, isn't it? But there you go. I couldn't go for any walks. My bloody pegs are I think I've got the pegs of 100-year-old. They're not working so cracky at the moment. I think it's got something to do with my knees. Knees and hands, my problem. There you go. I've got Mary Berry's hands. Not literally, but they're like Mary Berry's hands. Don't know how she copes with them. Yeah. But I'm just trying to remember now. There was a nightclub in Scarborough up on top of the hill. Trying to remember what it was called. And I used to go to that on a weekend sometimes. Yeah, Clary, you'll have to forgive me for being a bit sick, but who the hell is Ed Stein? Is it a goalkeeper or somebody like that? I don't know. The name doesn't ring a bell with me, unfortunately. Yeah. What mic? I'll tell you what microphone I'm on. Let me have a look. Over. I shall have a look. Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I've got it on the wrong bloody mic. There we go. That's the right mic. When I put the earphones in, it just automatically changed to the buds, the microphone. So I've changed it back now to the proper mic. It should be okay. Yeah, so Mary's hands, proper Ed Stein here. Predictive text. So what? Okay. Oh, right. Lovely. A serial killer. That's just what we want in
in life, isn't it? A bloody serial killer, a bit like I've forgotten his name now. I'll have to, you see, that one's going to go by the by, isn't it? Because I can't remember his name. Bit like Tony Blair, he was a bit of a chainsaw massacre guy, wasn't he? Sent lots of hours to the death. The useless twat. Thanks, Levi. I do normally check, but as I was saying right at the beginning, I was watching the football and it finished just as I started the live. So I didn't sit down and have my whatever you call it. All right. Right. Clothes and furniture from skin and body parts. All right, okay. You don't want to know what's just popped into my head. So there you go. Well, you probably realise you must know that I've got a little bit of a, as my mum would say, a mucky mind. But yeah, Kel's in a nip chair. Yeah, right. It must have been a small chair if it was made for nipples. Well, I don't know, really. Yeah, Levi, that's a good one. There you go. When you order up, I don't know how you say his name, Gine instead of Shine, by mistake. Love it. That was quick-witted. Very good. So, right. Yeah, well, he was a bit of a bad one then, by the look at it. He also wore his mother's dress, shoes, and face. Wow. So it was all passed down then. Yeah. Well, what film was that? Texas Chainsaw Massacre, did you say? I might just have a look on my thing later, on my Fire Stick, and see if I can watch the film, because I've never watched it. It's not been one that ticks the boxes for me, the name. All right. No, well, I won't be watching that, I can honestly say. Well, saying that, it's no good me watching Netflix series because I don't have bloody time. My days are I don't have time for anything nowadays. Monster on Netflix. Is that what it's called, Clary? Monster. I'll have a look at the trailer later and see if it's any good. I'm not into those type of movies. I'm more of a science fiction guy. You know, I like science fiction. So monsters probably not my scene. But I don't know where to turn this fire down because it's burning me back. Come on, and let's throw some in the mix. See if we can bounce off something that's coming into the chat besides scary movies. Man, it's coming up to that period in time, isn't it? We're coming up to bonfire night, or what's the other thing? Halloween, that's the word. Coming up to Halloween, so on TV, that's all it'll bloody be. Now, saying that, I updated my Fire Stick today, and there were 20 new channels about Christmas. You know what's that all about? We're in October, and they're putting Christmas films on. The Easter Bunny will be on by Christmas. I just can't believe it. Well, saying that, I was past couple of weeks I've been getting my act together for the Christmas cakes. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I've made Christmas cakes for the family, and I've been feeding them this week. It's an expensive job is feeding bloody Christmas cakes. Greedy buggers. Noxy, yeah. Advent calendars. Elves. Well, they've probably got elves all year round. Are they the short little guys? But yeah, Advent calendars. Bloody October. It's ridiculous, isn't it? But saying that, I noticed last week on there was an ad on TV for Tesco's, and they were selling, you know, the boxes of sweeties you get for Christmas, $3.99, I think they were, for roses, I think they were, and another one. I can't remember which they were now. What's that bloody parcel flying about that screen there? Knocks in the box. No, I haven't. Whose box was he in? Oh, good heavens above. I've heard of Elf on the Shelf. They'll be start hitting bloody Facebook in a couple of days, won't they? Elf on the Shelf. And does your head in, quite honestly. Bar humbug. The one off Pulp Fiction. And there's another film I haven't watched. Do you know my life? I haven't watched Pulp Fiction. I think I saw the. I think I once watched the trailer, so I've got an idea about it. But again, like I say, they're not my thing really. Saying that, I like the. No, that's science fiction, isn't it? I was going to say I like all the Marvel stuff, but it's really science fiction, isn't it? So it would appeal. Yeah, so there you go. Has anybody seen any good films lately, or got any to suggest besides scary ones or Halloweeny ones? You don't know, do you, really? But saying that, it was when I updated my Fire Stick today, my brother, who lives next door, basically, he's a big Downton Abbey, not that. Is it Downton Abbey? Downton, anyway, Downton. Hi, Ellie, though. He's a big Downton fan. And of course, the new film's out. And I checked my movies on my Fire Stick last night, and of course, there it is. So I sent him a message this morning saying it's on his Fire Stick if he wants to watch it, but he hadn't answered back, so I can't imagine it. He'll have figured it out. He'll be waiting for me to go round to show him where it is, because he's as thick as a dustbin lid. So, where are we? Well, I know where I am, and I know where Ellie is, and Levi and Kels. Well, I'm not sure about Kels, really. She's a bit of a flyby, you know. Could be anywhere. Yeah. Again, I'm going to have a drink because my throat is absolutely whatever. I don't know what you call it, but it is. Yeah, Levi, she could very well be. I very much doubt it because I don't think anybody. I think there's only one person who knows where I live. Well, I mean, that's a lie. It's not one person. I mean, my sister knows where I live. My brother knows where I live. I mean, people in the chat. I think there's only one person in the chat who actually knows where I live. But Eleanor, I haven't had my flu jab yet. They keep sending me a thing, and I thought I might just pop down one day during the week because I need to go into town. I'm after finding, I don't know what I'd call it. I'd call it a sideboard, but it might not be a sideboard. You know those real old-fashioned gramophones, you know, the big long ones that had a gramophone at one end and a radio at the other inside, and then a tabletop. Well, I want something like that. That's what I want. 4 foot long. Just fit in there, in this alcove, and then I can get my printer set up. Because I've got quite a few things I need printing at the moment. And it's a bit of a bugger when your printer's on the floor and you have to bend down to get the bloody stuff. So I might just have a look in town during the week and see if I can find one in one of these pound shops or whatever you call them. Well, they're not actually pound shops nowadays, are they? They used to be cheap and cheerful, but now they put bloody silly prices on them. The word will come in my head in a minute what kind of a shop I'm talking about, but you'll know what kind of a shop I'm talking about. Charity shops, that's it. Nobody told me that. It came into my head. Quite impressed. Yeah, so I might just catch the bus Monday. Oh, I can't catch it Tuesday. I've got a visitor coming Tuesday. Morrison's. Morrison's Delivery. They know where I live. Deliveroo know where I live. So there you go. What else is there? There's no. Do you know Bird off Tinder? I've heard of Tinder, but I've not been on it. I don't know whether I should go on it really. You know what? Are they birds on Tinder anyway, or are they just pigs? If that's not really the right word, but I can't think of a PC word for the ugly girls. So there you go. Yeah, and I don't have time for women as well. You know, I've given up on them. I've tried to. Oh, I nearly come out with a stupid statement then. Yeah, I've tried it and it's no good for me. I can't cope with living with women, unfortunately. Might be because I'm a selfish bastard. I don't really know. But you never know, dear. So, where are we? Do you know time's not flying very fast, is it? 7:29. Yeah, if you look up there, I got the clock up on the top there, and the date. That's just to remind me what day it is and what time it is. But I suppose that's what clocks are for, isn't it? Really. Because I don't nowadays, and I haven't worn a watch for nearly 20 years now. might not be quite 20 years, but it's nearly 20 years, and I've not worn a watch. Which is watches are thing as the past, aren't they? You don't need a bloody watch nowadays, because if you shout, hey Google, what time is it?
It's 7:30 p.m.
There you go. She just tells me what time it is. I love it. And then, of course, when you're out and about, you can just look at your bloody phone, and it's got the time on it as well. So you don't need a bloody timepiece hanging on your wrist nowadays. Right. There you go. So oh, I don't know what it is in my bloody throat, but it ain't doing me any good. Oh, God. So anyway, folks, has everybody gone to sleep? Is it that boring? Really? Nobody's whacking out in the chat. And of course, I need things in the chat to get the brain cells working, because that's how I get, how I remember things. Doing your paperwork, I love it. Right, I've got funny noises now. What's that? Just come up on my thing. Where's that come from? Curious. Did anybody else see that, what came up on my screen? I'll have to delve deeper later. See what it is. So, I presume I'm still on. Oh, right. Yeah, a big thing just come up on. No, I don't think so. No, I'm not going to. If you didn't see it, I'm not going to say what it is, what it said. I just can't understand how it's got on my screen. It came on my screen. Unless it's come down, I don't know. Oh, no, it can't be buy me a copy, because I haven't got it. I haven't got buy me a copy attached to this channel. So it's not that. I don't think. I don't bloody know. It's too complicated for me. So, Ellie, you're marking the kids' papers. I hope you're marking them properly, darling. You're not making it up. Ah, God, you need a medal, quite honestly, nowadays. Yeah, so Levi, I might just drop you a line later and just see if you've got an idea of what came up on my screen, because it's the first time something's popped in. Yeah. Well, that's nice, Dom, of you. Really nice. I look forward to it. But it's my favourite coffee. Used to be gin, but no good me sitting here supping gin, because I get pissed easy nowadays. And you don't want me pissed. Well, I don't know, really. Yeah, Ellie, I do. We call it a two-way street. So if we can't work it out between us, well, it's not worth working out, quite honestly. Thirsk. Now, there's a place, isn't it? Thirsk. Long time since I've been there. I'm just trying to think what I went to Thirsk for. I've been there a couple of times. Do they have a race course there? Is that at Thirsk? Or am I thinking of Wetherby? Yeah, Levi, they did. Bloody nightmare, isn't it? But we got it. We got a fix to it. That's the thing. Between us, we got the fix. So there you go. As long as you can get a fix, a workaround, and you've cracked it, haven't you? So, Ellie, is that answer yeah? Is that answer to my question? Does Thirsk have a racecourse? Or is it an answer to somebody's chat? And Noxie, I love Thirsk, it's lovely. I presume that's Thirsk. Is a K next to a T on your keyboard? Don't know really. I know, Dom, that Wetherby does, because I used to go to Wetherby quite a lot, and I used to go to Wetherby for Boxing Day meet, but the Boxing Day meat is a little bit expensive nowadays. Ah, right. So Thirsk has a race course. I must have been there for that then, because back in the day, when I was with the engineers in Ripon, we used to go to, the race courses around the area, basically. And of course, Thirsk, Wetherby, Ripon, Beverley even we went to. A couple of others, I can't remember what they were. A couple of the other Yorkshire ones that we went to. Yeah, York. I've been to York a few times. Again, York's one of those, I don't know, those big, I don't know how to explain what York is, really. But yeah, there's some real nice race courses in Yorkshire. Really, really nice, looking nice, if you know what I mean. Ripon is absolutely a cracking course. The gardens and everything. It looks a really nice course. So does Wetherby. Wetherby's got a nice course as well. York is more spread out. It's a great big place, really. Whereas you feel when you go to Ripon and Thirsk and those type of places, they're more compact. Cheltenham. I don't think I've ever been to Cheltenham. Been to Ascot a few times. Newmarket, I think. And there's one roundabout. I seem to recall there's one roundabout where you live, Ellie. Just trying to remember what it's called. It's Nottingham way, and it's not far from where you are. So yeah, I hope you enjoy Cheltenham. It'd be nice. We only have one up here, Newcastle. Noxie, are you sure about that? That's the only race course up that way. Newcastle. That's it, Ellie. Southall. That's not far, is it? That's like a bijou course. You know, it's a bit tight. Tight kind of course. But right, so there is more than Newcastle then. You know, the world doesn't revolve around Newcastle. Some people think it does, and we all know it doesn't, because the world revolves around York and this county. So there you go. So I don't suppose anybody's coming to Hull for the fair then, because it's it's not on today, because they're not allowed to. The fair's not allowed to open in Hull on a Sunday. So now I didn't. Normally, before the fair in Hull, there's normally a fair in Brid. Yeah, Levi. And it's not the same atmosphere during the day, is it, at a fair than it is on an evening. You need to be going to the fair on an evening, because you know you need all the lights flashing and all that, and the loud music, and all of them screaming when the fast rides go round and round and round, and that kind of thing. Yeah, Dom, they're not allowed to open on Sundays. You know, it's just a thing, an old-fashioned thing. So I presume it's an old-fashioned thing. I really don't know. It's but it ain't cheap, is it? Bloody going to the fair is not cheap. You know, I bet you one of them little bags of brandy snapper cost about £5. And of course, I used to love going to not Hull Fair, but we used to have the fair, I think a week before Hull Fair. Brid used to have a fair, and I used to like going to the fair, because that's when you got pomegranates, and we never seemed to see them in Brid until the fair came into town. And so, same as bloody coconuts, I suppose. You didn't used to see coconuts until the fair came, and then there were bloody coconuts everywhere you looked. Now, saying that, there was lots of bloody nuts in Hull. Yeah, I don't think it is the travellers thing. I think it's a Hull bylaw, because on the where they have it, it's a bloody huge place where they have it, and there's some local bylaws there. Goose Fair. Now, I haven't been to Goose Fair for years. I used to have to do IT for Nottingham City Council at the Goose Fair venue. So, been there a few times. Yeah, Kels, you're not wrong, darling. It's absolutely crackers. A Christmas market. Well, you know, as far as I can remember, I'm trying to remember now, but I think York used to have a really, really, really nice Christmas market. Sheffield has as well, I think. But there's a few things, there's a few places what used to have Christmas markets, and they don't seem to have them nowadays. I don't know, unless you get on one of these coach trips that takes you abroad, because they have Christmas markets over there, don't they? Winter Wonderland in London. That's a place I've never been really. Why, yes, it's. But saying that, there's consider I was posted just outside. Well, saying just outside, I was posted just outside Heathrow Airport with the army in Hounslow. And we used to drive into London to go for the markets. I'm trying to remember what the market was in London. Petticoat Lane, I think it was. But you wouldn't, I just can't believe that I never went to a lot of the London places where I'm sat now at this age thinking, God, I'd like to go there, I've been to the British Museum. Is it the British Museum? Might not be. It's one up the stairs. It's it's not the British Museum, I don't think. It's the Portrait Gallery, I think. If that's one behind where Nelson lives. Yeah, Leeds used to, I don't know if it still does, but Leeds used to have a really nice Christmas market, but the good thing about Leeds is it's all centralised, isn't it? They seem to have got their act together in Leeds. Yeah, London would be a little bit out of your range, but York isn't, is it? And Leeds isn't really. Sheffield's not. They're all as short. A short rail journey. So, Kels, the German Christmas market was outside my office every year. I was blasting a tenner a day on bratwurst. Right, lovely. I take it you got. I take it you got. You get hooked on sausage, but we won't go there, will we? Even though Levi's heading that way. But there you go. Good heavens above. I'm trying to think of where it was. I think it was in Lincolnshire somewhere. And I don't know if it was Lincoln. They used to do a nice one, but I've got a funny feeling that they've stopped doing theirs. Now there's a wish. Yeah, Edinburgh. I presume Edinburgh will do a Christmas market, surely. And but yeah, my mind's going all over the place at the moment. But you'll have to forgive me, folks, because I'm trying to stop my mouth saying what's in my head. And normally I just let everything out. What comes in my head comes out my mouth, but I'm holding back a little bit because I don't want you to think I'm a dirty old man. If that's the word, I don't know really. But yeah, the lines. No, Dom, I'm not going for it. I can honestly say, man, they will. Oh, do you know? I was nearly. I'm going to have to show myself that bloody dip. Oh, I can't even remember what they call it now. Divvy stick, just to put my mind back into gear. But yeah, anyway, so I'm just trying to think whether Hull has. Thanks, Dom. I got it in the end, didn't I? I'm trying to think whether Hull has a Christmas market. I've not heard of one. It would be ideal if they did. I wouldn't have to go far, would I? Because the bus, I'd be able to get my bus pass would take me to it. But probably won't. But saying that, I can, as long as the bus goes from Hull to wherever, I can use my bus pass. So I could get to York on the bus for Nout, but it'd take all bloody day, wouldn't it? That's the thing I don't like about buses. You catch a bus and it says, "Oh, the bus is 9 o'clock in the morning." You think, "Oh, great." And then when you get to your destination, it's like 11:30, because it's gone round every little village and hamlet and whatever. They never go direct, unless of course you get one of these, what they call it, buses, but your bus pass doesn't work on those. I don't know what buses I'm thinking of, but the big bus or something like that. Yeah, my memory's awful, really. But like I've said many a time when I've been speaking, that it's the things in the chat that spark the memory, and then I can come out with something that sticks, like the racetrack. The Bratwurst didn't bring back any memories, but it did in a way, because we used to go to Germany on manoeuvres every November, and of course it was like a 6 weeks war games. So we hit the local towns, villages, brothels, and all those type of places where you go when you're young. I always had my biscuit tin with me though. Always, never went anywhere without my biscuit tin. But that's another story, isn't it? Again, I don't know whether it's this gold dicky bow that's affecting me speech, but yeah, Beverly's just up the road from me. Really, I could get the if I wanted to go to the races, I could get the bus from Hull, but I'd have to set off the day before. Anyway, folks, I've tried to push it to an hour, but I'm getting really, really stuck on what I can actually say, because nothing's coming into my head. I can't do a thing with this bloody wig. It's awful. I'll have to get a new one. And having the camera the other way around, I can't figure it out. Wrong way. So it must be that way. No, it must be that way. That's it. Can't get the bloody wig out my eyes. Yeah, Beverley is a nice little town. There's I don't know if it's still there, but I don't. If you know Beverley, as you come out of town to head for Brid, there's an arch where you have to go through this arch and then turn the first right to go for Brid. And I think it's that road. There used to be a little pub, and it was in a little old lady's front room, this pub. I'm trying to remember what the name of the pub was, but it was well known, a well-known pub for years and years and years. And she didn't have, the pumps are out like that. She used to have the little barrels sat on the bar behind her, and if you wanted a pint, she'd open the tap and serve you the pint. But yeah, it was only a tiny little place. You couldn't swing a bloody cat in it, really. And you weren't allowed to take your ale outside. You had to drink in. I don't know if that was a bylaw, but it was. I might have a look on the web later to see what it was called and bring it up at next week's Sunday evening chat. Well, it ain't really a chat, is it? Because I'm just talking, so it's not a chat as such. And but I'll have a look and I'll see if I can find out what it was called and for some unknown reason, the flying pickets have come into my head, but it won't be that. It won't be the flying pickets. I'm sure that was a group. So I don't know why that's popped into my head. But there you go, folks. So I have enjoyed the chat. I've enjoyed the company. We haven't had many in, and we haven't had much interaction in the chat. We've had a bit, but not a lot. And like I say, in future, if anybody wants to come on and talk, they don't have to show the face. They can come on, as long as I know who it is, they can come on and we can chat. And the link will always be pinned at the top of the chat. And so that's that. And then, of course, there's, like Kel says, tomorrow night, same channel, 7 p.m. There's myself with Bobby, if he can get his backside out of bed. Don't know, but yeah. So 7 o'clock tomorrow night, me and Bobby are on for an hour, and that can get a little bit racy as such. Not like the chilled approach that I do on a Sunday night. But there you go. And there is a Facebook page for Sunday nights. For the life of me, I can't remember what it's called. I think it might be called Sunday at 7. Facebook page. Instagram, again, it might be called Sundays with Paul on Instagram. I'm not that sure. And so, anyway, folks, I've enjoyed the hour and I've enjoyed blathering about nothing. And I'm just going to say, for the ones I can remember, and I do apologise if I miss everybody out, and I know there isn't a lot in there to miss out, but I will miss some. And it's shout out to Levi, of course, and Kelsey, thank you, love. And Elsie, I nearly said bloody Elsie. What's that all about? Don't know who Elsie is. Ellie, thank you. YS, thank you. Dom, thanks. Have a good one. Who else was in? Was Clary in? I'm not quite sure now who was in. But anyway, big shout out to all of you. Thank you for coming. And it's live long and prosper, take care, TTFN, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow evening. That's all for this week's Sunday at 7. Thank you so much for spending part of your Sunday evening with me. I really enjoy sharing these stories and chats with you, and I hope you'll join me next Sunday at 7 for more conversation and good company. If you've enjoyed tonight's stream, don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment with any ideas or feedback. I'd love to hear from you. And if you'd like to catch up on previous episodes, you'll find them all in the Sunday at 7 playlist. Have a great week ahead, and I'll see you next Sunday.